All right, folks, weight slayer, flat bench time. I don't know if we'll do decline today. Ever since I've had a couple of near misses or fails, we'll say, I'm getting a little more gun shy doing decline. Now, what's the exciting part of today's video, folks? Not me talking about that, but we got challenged by Grave Strong to a 315 rep out, all right? And so in today's video, we're hopefully going to have a good set of 315 with the bench sling Mad Dog. Hopefully that's the one he used and not a full bore, because I don't have a full bore. Now we'll get some portrait video of that. We'll make some shorts. Hopefully we'll improve his viewership as well as mine with the little contest. I think he wants to do some additional contests. So I think I will be up for that. Plus I like to talk a little shit. So hopefully he don't mind that. Now, I'm not sure how young Grave Strong is. He may be almost half my age, or he might be a little older. We'll find out those details. Somewhere I saw 1997 on his site, so that would make him almost half my age, right? So I'm going to refer to him as Young Buck at times. I'm the old buck. And he is challenging me. But we might have a few tricks up our sleeve, right? Maybe we can get this done. I shouldn't say tricks. Now I watched his video and he's got like, I don't know, almost looks like 10 different weight plate sizes. Talking diameter. I'm sure most of them are legit weight plates, but kind of cracks me up because I've talked about on my channel having different diameters of 45s, but at least I can slap together 345s, which makes it a little easier on the eyeballs to figure out what one's lifting. So hopefully, he doesn't have no fake plates in there. I'm going to make sure I bang my plates with another steel plate so you can tell that we've got legit plates. Not that I would ever make a bogus video. Might have been fun though. All right, so Grave Strong, raw bench press is right around where yours or mine is, and I put all this stuff at different heights so I can get an idea of which one is right and which one's wrong. But yeah, he had did 340. I did 340. That's right now close to where my raw max would be. Maybe I could get a couple more pounds out of it. All right, so probably the one on the left is the height I want. Whoops. And then this needs to drop down one. So we are going to use our squat pad. I didn't ask for approval from him to use that, but I'm sure he can understand an old man like myself that, I got nobody in here watching after me, and it feels a lot better having that pad on your chest when you fail. And honestly, folks, we are going to failure today. This is, similar to the aspect of a max bench press where you are giving it your all. And I know how many reps he did already, and I would like to not only match that, but put one on him. If this was decline, I know we'd be getting 12 to 13 reps when we get to 315. Huge difference at times in how much weight you can bench with decline versus flat, especially with the slingshot. But max-wise, the maxes between the two are almost identical. And why is that? Well, you still got to lock out with your tricep. So if you can't lock out with your tricep, it doesn't really doesn't matter how much lighter weight you're repping with. All right, so I think I saw him either using elbow wraps or elbow sleeves in his video. We're going to use those. If I could put those on over my compression shirt, I would do that as well. Now, make sure you check his channel out. Give him a subscription. Not to say my word has a lot of carry with anybody, because we're still struggling to get a lot of subscribers. And I think I realized that, I've been trying to make a lot of short videos, which helps you get the subscribers, but doesn't help you get watch hours. And there's a whole different category for getting monetized for short videos. So we got a ways to go, folks. That's all I'm going to say on that. All right, so I did buy a new bench, which unfortunately is not assembled yet. So Amazon has a company called Steel Body. It looks to have a nice big pad on it, a little wider at the butt area, thinner at the top, maybe as thin as this one at the top, but it honestly looks like it's a little more cushion, which, for yours truly, maybe cushioning might be a good thing. There's been some benches I've lifted more when the bench just feels better. Now, the one thing that might not be so good, I think it might be 16 inches tall. So that's, if I remember correctly, 1 inch over competition. For me, that may or may not be a good thing. If you really wanted to train for a competition, you need to use the right height. But I also want to use them for hip thrusts. And so the heavier bench most likely is going to allow me to pull that off. Does that make sense? The heavier bench. Yeah, the heavier bench when you're doing hip thrusts is less likely to flip over. Like if you use the Life Fitness incline bench, that is significantly heavier than this side bench that I'm using. So folks, you're going to see me get seriously warmed up. What are the two big lifts today? Well, one's the 315 rep out. But before I get to that, we did did we do 285 or 290 last week for 6 reps? Holy cow. And hey, Grave Strong, by the way, I don't know if you got any injuries like yours truly. I gotta watch more of your videos. But, the reality is I'm an old guy. 315 raw used to not be a problem. And so the fact that I'm using the bench sling and we are getting numbers, we'll get numbers close to what my raw numbers were. That's kind of a cool thing. But, you know, if my injuries would go away, I might be able to get there to those weights again without having to use a training aid or equipped bench. So I'm going to go through here real fast and look at my videos, because we want to nail down what we did last week. And I don't think it got a whole lot of views. So, okay, here we go. So last week I did 285 raw, 6 reps. And then with the bench sling or the slingshot, I got 13 reps. You know, what does that mean for 315? 315 raw, you figure I'm probably good for at least 2 or 3 reps. You're not going to see that in this video though. But yeah, 290 raw will be the first real set. And then from there, we will we're going to use our bench sling, go up heavier, okay? Go up heavier than 315. Now, why am I doing that? I'm kind of exhausting my triceps a little, but I'm also getting my body thinking that 315 is nothing, all right? So, I don't know how Gravestrong trained. He may have, honestly, just got warmed up. Being a young buck, and he might have just freaking destroyed it, right? We don't know. Or I was trying to not give you guys a crotch shot, but I also want I kind of want the camera pointed so you can see the contact made with the chest. And like I said, we will break out the little squat pad. Some people call them some kind of tampon, whatever. But we'll also put a ginormous weight belt on. Now I gotta say, folks, I appreciate all the people that have been subscribing lately. Things have slowed down. But occasionally, you hit I don't want to call it a home run, but you get a video that gets a decent amount of subscribers. The algorithm doesn't like me enough to allow me to get huge numbers of subscribers or views. So, which tells you either my videos suck, or, well, probably that. Videos aren't good enough quality. So there are some secrets, maybe not secrets, but there are some things in there for when you're making shorts, how to get more views. And honestly, with the YouTube shorts, it's not about how much watch time you get. It's that people watch the video and they end up watching the whole thing. And maybe it's short enough they get 2 watches in. Which I don't think helps your numbers, but so I probably should be trying to practice good form on the warm-up sets instead of half-assing it, but so kind of cool that Gravestrong challenged me. You know, anybody else out there wants to throw up a challenge video, I'll check it out. I think the good thing for him and I, from watching his videos, except for what he does with the Bench Daddy, we are pretty evenly matched. And him doing what he's done with the Bench Daddy, which is, in some aspects, seems like a better slingshot. I may just buy one. But I see him, and I will probably have a competition here. Other competitions doing bench press, maybe some military, or definitely military. After that, folks, I'm not sure. He mentioned standing curl. I got to tell you that felt like it jacked up my elbow more. So I got a video out there of me doing whatever it was, 150, 155 strict curl. And I thought when I was doing that, I'll be able to do this each week, or maybe not each week, but every so often, and get stronger and get up to like 170 or something. Some, pretty big number. But instead, I think 150 or so is what yours truly's number is going to be. So I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's the pants I've got on, sweatpants. They are making me slide on this bench, which is not a good thing. Should I go shirtless, folks, to increase my friction? Just kidding. So, Grave Strong kind of cracks me up because he works out shirtless. Thought about calling him Sasquatch, I got a hairy chest. Hairy back, hairy chest, but it works for him. His woman seems happy with him, so hey. Me, I'd fucking shave everything, personally. All right, Grave Strong, we just talking a little shit, man. Don't take it personally. So, yeah, I gotta eventually have to find out how much Grave Strong weighs, what his height is. He looks to be about the height of his woman, so either she's really tall or he's average height, I'd say. All right, that has nothing to do with really working out. And the only thing physically advantageous I've seen that's good for working out is shorter arms, big barrel chest. You'll lift, usually those guys lift more weight, right? Because the distance the bar travels is less, right? So work equals force times distance. Force being the weight, basically, the distance you travel off your chest, factors in there. So obviously those people that can arch their back, hit their freaking bellies way the hell up high and don't have to, go as far. That's like, for me, like a half rep, right? So, more of a flat, old style bencher is severely at a severe disadvantage. Now, on other exercises, does that mean that yours truly is going to be, weaker? No. Most likely, I'm going to be just as strong doing tricep extensions, doing chest flies, doing all the other stuff, because I have to do, basically a full rep. All right. So I gotta say, folks, we are not feeling very loose right now. This is bad. Hopefully we'll loosen up here. This does not look like the guy a week ago that did all those sets over 300. Okay, I think I'll go ahead and put the squatting gizmo on here. Now, like I was mentioning, Ray Strong did not show a good shot of his weights. And then I also don't know if, I'm trying to remember if when he does these lifts, he's got his collar on. I think he does, because he's got spotter bars. And so, but if he's got a legit 315 and then he throws on 2 collars like I have, you're actually at 316. So if he states he did 315 and if I do 316, calling it 316, I guess I win if I do the same amount of reps, right? That's the way I'm gonna look at it. Now, if what was I gonna say? So if he weighs a lot less than me, which I don't know how much he weighs, I actually screwed around in the one video, kind of hyping this video. I'm more like 270, but I was using 260 because of this stupid Bradley Martin thing where he tells these UFC fighters, well, I'm 260. And he weighs basically twice the weight of these MMA guys that are, I don't want to call them scrawny, but they're all ripped up. They're not very big muscle-wise. But we all know, you know, mixed martial artists can kick ass, right? Yours truly used to wrestle, did taekwondo, a little jiu-jitsu. It is amazing what a experienced person can do to a badass like myself. So you won't hear me talking shit about MMA guys ever. Show them respect. Now, just like I think Bradley has mentioned, if obviously you were to punch one of those guys and they were dumb enough to stand there and get hit by it, you'd probably fuck them up. Just like, you know, myself, if I was to punch somebody with 270 pounds behind it, and you've seen how much I could bench, it's probably going to hurt a lot, right? Bradley's taller. Bradley is stronger. He's probably got longer arms. And so the amount of damage he could do should exceed what I could do for, punching somebody. But seeing as he has never wrestled or taken mixed martial arts, he's probably would be screwed in some aspects. Now, one thing, honestly, I found when I wrestled, because I was always stronger than my opponent, I would honestly throw out the technique and just bull rush somebody. And sometimes that would be advantageous. Sometimes that would actually turn out to be a mistake. So, once again, it's all how good technically the other person is. The reality is you can spend a lot of time learning to block punches, but if the punch is too big, too strong, you have to evade. And then hope to God that you have the other techniques and can choke somebody big out. All right, so see, we got the squat pad on here now. I kind of feel like we might be a little bit low on the are a little high with our peg. So that's a problem. Oh boy. If I want to go wider, there's no way in hell I'm getting that back. I'm going to get this back up. Oh, you know, one time I was doing what I was thinking about doing here. I lifted one side up and the other side, the plate slid completely off, banged into the drywall. My wife still has not noticed that I did that, and we're waiting for the ass chewing I'm going to get when she sees that. But I've thought about moving my dumbbell rack in front of it, just to hide it, at least till I get motivated to fix it, which, you know, could be a while. But old days, we would have just lifted the 225 off. All right, so, you know, those of you that might wonder why does he have this ginormous pad, or the squat pad on there. I'm going to go all out on 2 sets here, and we don't want that shit coming back and sitting on our chest. Now, this is, you know, within an inch. Then it compresses. Who knows how far off the chest that might sit. Is that a little advantageous? Maybe. Did I ask Grave Strong if I could use that? No. But he's got to give the old guy some kind of handicap, right? I get this as golf. He needs to give me a little bit of a handicap. So we're going to do 245. Then we're going to go 290, which feels like a significant jump, but I want to get 6 reps. I get 6 reps at 290, then that means what? Our bench calculator, we may be stronger than we thought. Maybe we made some gains. Maybe we're headed back the other way. Now I do have another, I've got 4 bars. If I really wanted to cheat this, we would have used one of the other bars. We have a 7-footer, I think, that weighs 20 some pounds. We've got a 7-footer that weighs 40 pounds, and then 2 that weigh 45. Oh, we haven't dinged these plates yet, right? So here, let's hit these. You know they're real, right? Bars real. There you go. So, Grave Strong, if you call me, if you hear me complaining that you possibly did not use real weights, and I didn't get to see your weights, that's what a poor sport might say, right? So if we lose, what kind of shit am I going to say at the end of this video? Yeah, if I win, there's not going to be any shit. But maybe from Grave Strong's side, there'll be some shit. I welcome that. All right, so I've got this set up. We're going to have this camera. I'm going to set up the other camera. We're going to drop it down so it is at chest level. So you can see, hopefully, the bar hitting the chest. You probably see it from this angle, along with the crotch shot. Some of you may enjoy the crotch shot. Unfortunately, that's, you know, part of bench press. This is the angle, you know, you want really, right? Shows the weights. Could be a little better from the aspect of, hey, I've got another. Yeah, maybe I need to slide this over a little bit. I've got another 40 or 10 on there, right? So we got 245. And so that's not looking completely right up the crotch. Now we have our mirrors in the back, All right. You guys can see that back when I'm standing like that, huh? No, this might have been a fail because the lighting sucks, so it doesn't help me with the pump check, and there's really nothing advantageous about it so far. All right, we got our weight belt on, we got gloves. We are starting to look like we are a little more professional. The only thing I wish I had was a compression shirt to help keep those shoulder joints warm. All right, next video or next set we'll have the other camera on. We'll wear ourselves out. And so I think I honestly overdid it with the with my other training. And yeah, too bad we can't use the 35. When we get to 295 for 6 reps, I can use those. I'm not going to use the bumper plates, as I've never weighed those to see how close to 25 pounds they are. So I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts on, should I get another power rack? Now you've probably heard my complaints about this one. And all right, so when I say complaints, it's just not deep enough to use my utility bench. So, and my collars weigh a half pound. This ends up being 291. If I were to take 2.5 pounds and put 2 pounds of microweights on, which I think we could do, I'd be at exactly 290. But I think we're going to try this without the collars. It might turn out to be a mistake. So most of the weights on here are VTX, which are, out of the crap I have, folks, better quality, right? Cap is for the money, you know, hell, it's decent, but isn't that great? Not really. Sorry, Cap, in case you were thinking of one day endorsing me, which I don't think you ever will, but all right. So I think from here, I may do incline at Planet Fitness. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right. So we've got camera 2 set up, which will be the portrait. We'll post that whole video entirety, but we'll also make shorts out of it. That will be your camera to see where the bar actually hits me. With the tampon noodle on it, whatever you want to call this thing. So I gotta say, folks, I'm slowly psyching myself out here. I had an extra day of recovery, but last week we absolutely killed shoulders. I did free weight military press here. Then I went to Planet Fitness and loaded that up. Did some ridiculous weights on that machine and came back. My right shoulder started hurting, in addition to the left that already hurts. And so we got to be a little smarter. We only have the 2 cameras this week, but I think we'll be good. All right, so just to rewind, last week we got 6 reps to 85. We've slowly gone up each week, 275, 280, 285. This is our first try at 290. Then from here, folks, we're going to put the slingshot on. We're going to go heavier than the 315 for our contest. Come back, do a 315 rep out, and hope to God that the body feels like 315, feels like nothing at that point. At worst, we'll be pretty warmed up. I'm going to take a wide ass grip. I think my opponent has also taken a very wide grip. So I've dropped the pegs down a little bit to allow me to do that when we get to that point of the video. And I'm honestly, I don't know where we're going to end up at. Let's just talk about past numbers. 285, we've done 13 reps with the slingshot, Mad Dog. We have on flat, we have a 320 for 9 reps. With collars on, I believe. Maybe not, which would make it 321. We have a 323 with or without collars, where we failed on an 8th rep. That was within 2 weeks ago. And so, 8-pound difference in weight. How many reps am I going to get? Well, I definitely would have got rep 8. Would I get rep 9? I think I would get rep 9. Will I get anything greater than that? That's why we're going a little wider. We're going to use the slingshot as much as we can and hope the shoulders hold together. Now, if I was to come in and do a close grip with it, while I'll get more reps than I would raw, I will not hit the same numbers. All right. But before we get to that, folks, we have to focus on the weight at hand. And oh my God, you know what we didn't do today? We didn't do our normal warm up with the freaking bands. That's why I feel all tight. Oh my gosh. That's going to be my excuse. All right, here we go. We got the pad on. This is 290. Hopefully we'll get 6. Gonna try and get some arch in our back to reduce the distance the bar has to travel. I barely got that. The weight shifted on this side ever so slightly. And on this side. So, all right. That was good. Sort of good. Reality is, if I was at the gym and I had a spot, I'd hope to God the spotter would give me a little love there. And give me a little help. I do not believe, folks, next week we're ready for 295. Now, what does that tell you, Grave Strong? Using the bench calculator, I am now potentially capable of getting 345 to 350. So we are no longer in the same category, buddy. You're gonna have to get your shit going. All right, we got 315 on here. Let's check our plates. All right, because obviously there's a lot of fake plate cheating. Hear that shit? That's real. Bar's real. That's not real. Or not steel. Not that you need it. Let's do that side too, right? All right. So from here we're going to do slingshot. We're going to go up heavier. Then we're coming back down. We want to fake the body into thinking that 315 is lightweight, baby. We got to do a post-workout pump check. I know some of you guys love those videos. Now, some of you might ask, why the fuck does this idiot do that? Maybe, you think, he's not in that great a shape. You can occasionally get thousands of views. And we're trying to get a channel monetized just on shorts. I'm trying both ways, shorts and watch hours, but I'll take the shorts first. If I can get a 3 million views and 500 subscribers, we already have the subscribers. We just need the short views. Now, how many of those damn videos do I have to do? If you get 1,000 and you need 1 million, that's a shit ton, right? 365 days of pump check, getting 1,000 views, not going to get it. You need like 10,000 views or 10 videos a day getting 1,000. Yeah, it's not gonna. I can't do that many. Yeah, 10,000 views a day would get us to 3.65 million per year, and we potentially could get there. The channel, obviously, if you had that many shorts, there's going to be a lot of subscribers. A lot of people are going to drop because they're just like, oh, I'm so tired of this fucking idiot in his workouts. Whew. All right. I get that. Totally get that. Oh, wow, folks. I had a second one of these. I didn't realize it. I've just been putting it in the middle. Maybe that's the best spot for it. I think we'll try this set differently. So we're not going to failure, all right? I'll tell you that much. We're not going to failure. Just yet. Want the body to make sure it's warmed up good. It should be, right? We just did 296 reps, and we might have used up most of our energy. It's going to be another excuse, Grave Strong. All right. So yeah, if you're watching this, Grave Strong, which you probably have fallen asleep at this point, but yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a 225 rep out with you on a different week where that's all I'm thinking about. So getting warmed up good for that. Going up heavy, come back, do the 225 like it feels like nothing. I think we both got videos out there. We're pretty evenly matched there. I haven't gone completely to failure, so keep that in mind with my little pink tampon on here. We might be able to beat you. because we could probably get a couple more reps out than we've done. Now, another one might be 275. If you had decline, I would say, hey, let's try some decline stuff. And then military press wise, obviously something, I don't think we want to go much heavier than 185 for reps, and then a 135 rep. Now that said, the military is going to be hard to call because we're going to want to set our benches at the same angle. I don't think I have anything here that's going to tell me what my angle is. Why is that? Well, I'm sure Gravestrong knows this. 90 degrees doing military press versus 75 degrees is a huge difference in the amount of reps you're going to do. At almost 90 degrees, I might do 8 reps of 185. At 75 degrees, I could probably do 11, 12. So, trying to make it fair. All right, so we're just getting used to this weight. And hopefully, doesn't feel heavy. Wow. All right, folks, that felt fucking heavy. Oh. We might be in trouble. Now, I will say, I have, every time I've done some kind of bench competition, I've left injured. I walked out a 2-time champion, but I've left injured. So, yeah, that's a bad sign when your workout weight feels that heavy. I might not be talking shit later. I might be eating some humble pie, folks. Humble pie. I'll move this one back. Yeah, normally I have 3 or 4 cameras going. One camera was completely dead. And I say camera, one cell phone. I do have a couple of cameras we could use, which I may just use one. I think the video quality is definitely better, even that over my Samsung Ultra. But only shoots 30 FPS, right? Which is probably what I should be shooting. Who needs 60 FPS? I say that, but then you go back and you want a slow-mo video. The more frames you have, the better. If you take a raw video, it's 60 FPS and I slow it down to half the speed. Now I'm basically 30 frames per second. If I slow it down even more, 15, whatever, to the point where it gets to be unwatchable. And you can obviously record slow-mo, increase the frame rates, but I don't think these cell phones really do that 4K. So, all right, this sucks. I am not feeling 100%. Let that not be an excuse, though. But we are definitely in trouble. Yesterday I felt like I was ready. I'm like, yep, tomorrow will be a good day. We got a pre-workout in. We didn't really have much breakfast, but should be enough. All right. So I'll do a couple reps here. One of these days I want to put this slingshot on and I think it's my trunk, well, somewhere around here. Another one that goes around my elbows and just see if the weight's any easier. So today where I'm feeling it is in my shoulder, just lifting it off. This is where you wish you had a spotter. Wow. I didn't have much more than 3. Holy shit. All right, so maybe we won't go any heavier. I think we're just gonna wear ourselves out. Whew. Oh, okay. So, before I worked out, I basically took something like an ibuprofen. We didn't put our, I have something like EVGA that I would put on the shoulder, the right elbow, and go from there. And I didn't warm up properly. So, who knows, folks, how this is going to go down. Now, whether this is a good set or not, we do know, like I said, that we've done 323, 7 reps, 320 for 9. I think we have 12 or 13 reps on decline. And but I'll tell you, yours truly feels worn the fuck out. Whew. All right. I have to buy some time. Maybe I can buy a week. So the one good thing, we're not, 1 rep maxing out here. We are doing a rep max out, which hopefully is not damaging the muscles and the arms and the tendons and the ligaments and everything is bad. Whew. Now, I'd really like to get some freaking bounce off my chest without the collars on. And maybe we'll put collars on. I need to find the lightest collars. I think I have some 5-ounces. So this set is lighter ones. I don't know how his video is going to turn out if he uses, a little bit of momentum, a little bit of bounce. I don't think we didn't talk about strict form, pausing at the bottom and then pressing. And yeah, the slingshot, you definitely, after the first rep, it can really help you get going for good reps. But pausing at the bottom, even though it builds up all that, it's got all that potential energy. And when you start moving forward, you release and it converts to kinetic energy. That is, when it's helping you out. When it's sitting on your chest, it's still, crushing your chest, right? Now that weight might have spread out over your shoulders, over your arm, just a little more, but you still got 315 sitting on your chest, which is not such a great thing. Whew. So, trying to buy more time. What if I don't release this video? Maybe I'll make some excuses. Maybe we buy another week. Actually, I don't even know. I'm not sure, except for the fact I hurt all over the place, why it doesn't feel like why this weight feels so freaking heavy. Now, we did do 290 raw, 6 reps. If it was like 285 in that one, I should get 13 reps of that, right? So that would be an improvement. But like I said, this weight feels fucking heavy. All right, I made enough excuses. Here you go, Grave Strong. Young buck. Old buck is hopefully gonna somehow get it together. Maybe I've psyched myself out. Let's hope not. Can't get this thing to go on. So these are easier to put on when the bicep is not as pumped up. And right now, they're a little too pumped. Like I said, after this video, we'll do a pump check separately. I think. Maybe we'll do it in here. The lighting's really good in here. Or after this set, I think we'll do the pump check. I'll do a separate video in the other room. All right. Enough excuses. Get that weight belt on tighter. Wrist straps locked in. I don't know how many that was. Wow. So if that was the same number of reps, which I don't think it was, I think I did 1 or 2 less. You saw I have the right elbow injury. We couldn't lock out very good on the right side. If they're the same number of reps as what Grave Strong gets, I have to give it to him because his videos, even though he takes a damn long, wide grip, I think wider than what I'm doing, he locks the elbow completely out. And mine was friggin' exhausted. Whew. But I can't wait to count that back and see how many reps I indeed got. And if it's a tie, rep-wise, probably have to give that to him. Just because we locked out left side, right side. So in a real bench press competition, that last rep would not have counted for sure, right? we can just be 100% honest with that. I could not lock that elbow out. And potentially a set before that, a rep before that, was pretty half-assed. Gotta take these off for a second. Or drop them down. Whew. All right. So, I think we'll do a pump check with the widescreen. All right, so stay there, camera in portrait mode. And the angle's not the best, probably. So, I know we didn't do a pre-workout pump check. Left arm's just massive, right? The definition is not what this is. Why is that? The left shoulder's a little tender. We also abuse this one a little more, I think. When I'll do singles, I think we have a tendency to do more reps. I don't think I can find a better lighting spot. Sometimes I find the perfect lighting in here. But, yeah, so, you know, there's a lot of people out there, we'll just change the subjects, that have been copying old Sam Sulek. I know I was doing my videos before I found Sam Sulek. And realistically, working out wise, there's only so much you can do, right? That would be different. He mumbles on a lot, just like yours truly. What you don't see me do is a whole lot of video from the car. Maybe one day I think he drives something like a 4-door sedan. Might be a Camry, could be a Honda Accord. He's got enough money right now, he could probably buy a freaking Suburban or something. As big as that sumbitch is getting, he probably should be getting a bigger vehicle for his big ass. Just like myself, I need a bigger vehicle. All right. So, I will do a follow-up video to this. Grave Strong, please, you know, this is just a Grave Strong. I don't see anybody else using my footage. But Grave Strong, if you want to talk shit about my 315 attempt, feel free. You know, just keep in mind, old guy, injured old guy, and be gentle on me. Yeah, I was hoping, honestly, I'd come out and just kick his ass with that set, but you could see, where did I go wrong today, folks? For those that want to perform at their best, all right? Little mentoring moment. One, if your focus is really the 315 rep out, don't dick with a 290 raw rep out, right? That took some energy, and you could see rep number 6 didn't go up easy. 2, before you even do that, warm up good. What I didn't do is my normal band warm up, which I really think helps me out quite a bit. And then that's about the 2 things I think that would have helped. You know, for repping out, I do believe going up heavier, not killing yourself, but going up heavier, getting the body to feel like the lighter weight is nothing, isn't such a bad thing. So, all right, this is the last set we're going to do. I get motivated. And I gotta. So I'm gonna, you know, kind of rep out as many as I can here on this. You already, you know, like I said, with the tricep failing, probably not going to do that great. So keep that in mind. They're grave strong when you challenge me to something like a 275 rep out. I still, on a fresh day, I'll have them in the tank. I know we won't get anywhere near it, but decline 275, Mad Dog Slingshot by Mark Bell, 19 reps of this. All right, that is that would be freaking huge if I could do that here. What does that tell you? That 315 decline, you could see 12 or 13 reps versus the 8 to 10 that I did today. I just hope I got 10. I think it was 8. I'm, you know, if you guys have seen me in these videos, I have multiple engineering degrees and I can't count worth of shit, right? I think I count the weight going down and then I count it going back up the first set. So so we're always off by at least one. And then somewhere in there, we'll lose track. This time I don't think I counted, but you kind of have a feel when you're going that many reps that was not no 4 or 5 rep out, right? We did quite a few. And because of the spotter bars, we went for that last one. We got it, you know, 90%. Wasn't a perfect last rep. I'm still going to give it to myself, but with an asterisk. Put an asterisk next to it. All right. I am hoping though, raw wise, if this left shoulder would ever get better, we will get back to raw 315 for 8, 9, 10 reps. It is frustrating as hell. My age though, I don't think it's realistic. And we're not, you know, really, we don't support performance enhancing drugs, even though we idolize Mr. Olympias and football players and all those guys that are obviously on something. Because there's only so much you can get with genetics. Okay. All right. Another wider grip. Rep out. I'd say a dozen, hopefully, folks. That's a ways off from 19, but we're pretty much exhausted. Anytime I lift off, the weight feels freaking heavy. The pain in my shoulder is there. Maybe we'll go a little wider. Fuck, that was a lot more than 12. Holy shit. Anybody count that? Now, people out there, you can talk shit. Slingshot training aid, yeah, made it a lot easier. Wide ass grip, made it a lot easier, less travel. Completely legal, though. Slight arch in my back. Definitely some bounce. We had the squat tampon on there. And what else? Was there full range of motion? Yeah, might be questionable. Whew. All right, folks, thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe.